on you.
After days of fog and rain, we're starting to dry out a little bit in St. Louis. This is a live look at conditions in O'Fallon, Illinois. Definitely gray skies, more of the same on the way. Those gray skies as we head into the weekend. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. There is a big weather change headed our way in the future, but it won't get here in time for the weekend. Meteorologist Jim Castillo here with the Weather First forecast.
Yeah, what a week. You know, it started out with that ice on Monday morning, and then we had bouts of rain. The ground is wet, so that fog was very, very thick most of this week. But now we're starting to see great visibility across the area. Clouds are with us. Yes, there's a wet ground and still patchy fog out there, and that'll continue into tonight, but no more dense fog advisories. How much rainfall did we get from yesterday's system? Some of that rain did come down very heavily last evening, late afternoon, early evening. Wentzville almost an inch, O'Fallon about 3/4 of an inch, Washington, Missouri over a half an inch there, Lambert almost a half an inch, in Belleville 4100ths. All right, so a picture did prove to be beautiful yesterday. After that rain moved through St. Genevieve County, Michelle sent in a picture of a rainbow, which was fantastic to see. All right, 43 degrees right now. It is cloudy and not as much fog, of course. And so right now we're watching the next system. Let's zoom in a little bit more on that throughout the Texas and Oklahoma area. And so we'll watch a chance of rain move in here as early as the morning. We'll time that out for you coming up and show you what we think will be the amounts on this system coming up.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jim. We have an update now to a story we've been following for a couple of weeks now. The Heritage House apartments in Midtown St. Louis, they are officially closing. The announcement comes nearly 2 weeks after sub-freezing temperatures caused water pipes to burst. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan shows us how it's affecting the displaced residents.
Right here is an unsigned copy of the letter that was sent out to residents on Tuesday by Heritage House. Now, inside the letter, the owners revealed that they will have to close the high-rise apartment for at least a year. Now, about 90 residents who are staying here at the Hilton Airport Hotel say they don't know where they're going to go or what they're going to do. Nearly 2 weeks ago, when the metro area was in a deep freeze, water pipes burst at Heritage House apartments, flooding the high-rise and causing massive damage. Sandstone Property Management Company, which oversees Heritage House, temporarily put tenants at the Ballpark Hilton downtown. But on Sunday, the company moved residents again to the Hilton St. Louis Airport. Now, during a meeting last night at the hotel, residents were told hotel costs will be extended to February 6th. But after that, about 160 residents, many who are elderly, will have to find their own permanent housing.
I enjoyed it. When we moved there, it was a beautiful place. I felt proud to be a resident of Heritage House. Now it's like Nightmare on Olive Street. It's, you wouldn't even believe it's the same place. I am so disappointed. I'm wondering, what is the level of humanity?
Heritage House owners say they'll refund January rent and security deposits for the residents. They also told residents that they will be hosting 2 housing fairs. 5 on your side has reached out to the owners, and we have not heard back yet. Reporting in Bridgeton, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
The fluctuating temperatures are keeping city water crews busy fixing broken water mains. This is one of them on Olive near St. Louis Police Headquarters. Barricades have been up all morning long in that area. Here's another one, North St. Louis. This is Taylor and North Broadway across the interstate from O'Fallon Park. You can see water on the road there. No word on when either of those breaks will get fixed. We're gathering information about a traffic crash that involved an ambulance. This was the scene this morning at Natural Bridge in Union. At least one person was hurt in that crash. We're getting reaction from firefighters in Cahokia Heights. The Camp Jackson Fire Department is paying for more repairs after another round of gunfire hit the building Tuesday night. This is the second time in a month. The first happened on New Year's Eve. You can see some of the damage to the garage door and a mirror on a truck.
The crime scene tech took some evidence, hoping they could figure it out. We're hoping it's somebody that's just target practicing up by the levee, and maybe it's ricocheting the same. We don't know. Chief Chris Davis says the department hopes to install security cameras.
The Mineral Area Major Case Squad is investigating a homicide in Iron County, Missouri. Police say they found the body of a man in a home on Turkey Road that's in the town of Middlebrook. Happened last night. They are not releasing his name. Right now they're looking for a gray and black Chevy pickup truck. This is the truck, license plate number 0PDY90. Call the Iron County Sheriff's Department if you've seen this truck. Police in St. Louis are calling a shooting involving a teenager an accident. Officers responded to a home on Missouri Avenue yesterday afternoon and found a 14-year-old boy with a gunshot wound to his head. They say he was conscious when they rushed him to a hospital. No other details have been released. Another shooting in Jennings leaves a teenager with life-threatening injuries. This one happened last night on Halls Ferry Road near the Circle. Police found him laying injured in the street. No other details are known right now. New developments in the death of a woman found dead in Potosi. Donna I. disappeared on January 8th and was found days later dead on a rural road. Today, investigators tell us the results of an autopsy show her cause of death is, quote, accidental death by hypothermia. Happening today, the St. Louis County Council will pick up some unfinished business. They're tackling the rest of the agenda after Tuesday's meeting got disrupted. 5 on your side, Sydney Stallworth has details of what county leaders hope to discuss.
A push to crack down on expired license plates and temp tags is back up for discussion. This item and others were on the agenda for Tuesday's St. Louis County Council meeting, but that meeting was cut short as protesters overwhelmed the chambers.
Cease fire now!
We're going to clear the room.
Fire now! Ceasefire now!
You can hear multiple attendees chanting ceasefire now in reference to the Israel-Hamas conflict and the council members calling to clear the chamber. It all happened during the public comment portion of Tuesday's meeting as lawmakers discussed taking up a measure related to Holocaust Remembrance Day. The disruption meant the measure to tackle rampant expired temporary license tags all over St. Louis County could not be introduced. The councilman behind this measure says it's a problem, a major one, that needs to be addressed by police.
We're really dealing with about 5% of the population, and so we got to make sure that we're cracking down on that 5% that chooses not to purchase their tags.
The council will also bring up a memo from Council President Shalonda Webb. She's asking the county councilor's office to draft legislation giving the council legislative power over any and all public safety functions. Webb says this is not an attempt for the county to fully take over control of local municipal police departments. Today's meeting will be virtual and will be held at 4 o'clock. In Clayton, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
Donald Trump on trial for defamation, why he interrupted the closing arguments by abruptly walking out of court. Plus, helping others to not be seduced by their success. We meet the motivational speaker spreading his message about changing behavior.